and welcome to Viti Vibes TV, your only and your own youth TV show for the Fijian youth. If you'd like to be a part of the show, please call us and let us know, because we're always here to take people who want to be on the show. Again, I'm your host, Pranay Sharma. And with that, let's begin. We're broadcasting from the unceded territories of the Kwantlen, Silvertooth, and Squamish nations. We are grateful for the first people of this land to let them share this land and their sacred land and territories with non-Indigenous people like us. So we're definitely thankful for them, and we really appreciate it. February 22nd is Pink Shirt Day. Anti-Bullying Day is an annual event held in Canada and other parts of the world, where people wear pink colored shirts to stand against bullying. The initiative started in Canada, and this is held on the last Wednesday of February each year. The pink shirt began in 2007 when a student in Nova Scotia was bullied for wearing a pink shirt to school. This year's theme is kindness, empathy, and understanding that can mean so much to children impacted by bullying. When a kid's bullied, they don't know where to turn and where to ask help, and it's really important that we're always here so we can make a difference in this world. February is Black History Month. Attend events or lectures put on by Black activists and learn more about Black history, the struggles and achievements in Canadian society. Moving on. No show is complete without the support from our sponsors. So if you'd like to sponsor the show or any other show that we bring, and please pretty much give us a call and let us know, and our numbers are in our credits.
I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005.
Arvind's Curry and Cocktail, Indian cuisine. They do catering for all occasions and they do free delivery. Please call 604-515-1070. Address is 420 6th Street, New Westminster. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. For deliveries, call 604-515-1070 or arvindscurry.com.
Bollywood Banquet Hall and Conference Center, located at Pile Business Center at 201-8166 128th Street in Surrey. No celebration is too small to accommodate you. They have newly renovated 2 halls to serve you, up to 1,000 guest capacity, top-notch chefs to delight you with delectable and heavenly cuisine. So just call Bollywood Banquet Hall at 604-598-2700 for your events.
Benisi Mobile Detailing Services. They offer commercial trucks, cars, SUV, boats, bikes, RVs, and much more. Just give them a call at 778-808-2859. Just give them a call at 778-808-2859, and they will do all kind of services at your home.
Now we have our director, Shannon Pramal, in our studios. Let's see what she has for you. Like I said before, this is your show, and if you'd like to be on the show and be a guest on the show, please let us know and let us know what you're going to be talking about.
Hello and welcome back to Viti Vibes TV. I'm your director and host, Shannon Pramal. You can watch Viti Vibes every week on Thursdays at 10 p.m. or Sundays at 4:30 p.m. only on the Shaw Multicultural channel. Thank you again for sticking around with us for an all-new episode. This week I'm joined by 2 of my lovely co-hosts, Tasha Chan and Shivangni Naiker, so hello to you guys.
Hello.
Today we're talking about Valentine's Day. February has just come up, and now as soon as February 1st hits, I know everyone's thinking about Valentine's Day because it is the main holiday. It's the main character of the month of February. So today we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day and all of our popular and unpopular opinions regarding the holiday. So first and foremost, let's dive right into this. What is Valentine's Day to you guys? And a reminder to everybody, everything that we say is obviously our personal opinions and thoughts. And also, do let us know what you guys think to some of our questions and topics that we're going to be talking about today. Let us know, and you can email us at vitivibestv@gmail.com, or you can shoot us a DM or message on our Instagram or Facebook, which is at Viti Vibes TV. Okay, back to this. what are your guys' opinions about Valentine's Day?
Okay, yeah, again, this might be an unpopular opinion. I'm not, like, gung-ho about the holiday. I've never really been. If someone decides to do something special for me, oh my gosh, great, sweet, so cute. But I'm not, like, I love doing, like, Valentine's Day, like, if, you know, time permits or whatever, like, something like that. Like, just make something fun of the holiday, but more than anything, I just really do think that the holiday is just, like, money scam. If it wasn't, why do they double the prices for the roses? Okay, if it wasn't, why do they do that? It's because it is. So, yeah, I know that, I don't know, is that like just a negative vibe, like pessimistic way of looking at things? But I don't know. Again, I feel like I'm indifferent about it, honestly. That's what I do Valentine's Day. But I love that it's about love and like spreading love and all that type of stuff. And I love that, like, I think more so before, maybe like 10 years ago, it was very focused on like couples and stuff maybe. And now, I don't know, or maybe it's just because I see it differently from a different lens because I'm older now or whatever. But I do think that I like the idea that it's evolved to like, oh, like, you know, it's like a day that you can show, like, you know, it's like for love, like for anybody, doesn't have to be just couples. So I do like that it's like evolved to that. But I mean, if you really think about it, like, isn't it like weird that you have a day for like love? Like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that love is like an everything? It's an emotion, it's an action, it's a like, it's just like weird.
I think this is our 21st century like whole perspective on it too as well. I think obviously at a time way before like us maybe, or even still to today, people think it's like specifically for couples and like romantic relationships, and it was as simple as like just surface level, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just a day to like celebrate your significant other. It's just like an extra bonus day, right?
Yeah.
But now it's come down to when you're really thinking about it, like when you're talking about Valentine's Day, it's like, okay, now everyone's putting like, especially I feel like when for us, like social media and all that, right, it really puts the pressure on like, oh, you have to get like the extravagant like gifts and like roses and chocolates and whatever, right? Just to be able to express your love. When it's like now it's literally become a commercialized like you said, money scam, like I feel like where it's like, okay, you have to show your significant partner love, so-called love and attention on this day, right? Whereas like that shouldn't be the case.
I feel like it's like, if you're only gonna get me flowers on Valentine's Day, that's a problem. Like, that's a huge problem. So like, I just feel like if you're only doing something to show love and affection towards your partner, towards anybody, specifically solely just because it's Valentine's Day and you think that that's what you're supposed to do, I think that's a problem.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
What about you, Shivani?
I never really liked Valentine's Day. Growing
Are
up,
we all just pessimistic?
We're all negative Nancy about Valentine's Day.
No, it's just
No,
like,
but I honestly feel
it's just,
youth probably agree.
It's just growing up, Valentine's Day, like, in my household wasn't really celebrated really nicely, especially, like, with my parents. Because it's my parents' anniversary on top of it, so it's just, like, me and my brother never really liked it. But whenever I go to, like, my nanny and nana's house, like, we try to encourage our nanny and nana, and my thought that's
like, oh, it'd be cute.
Yeah, you know, be cute, you know? Show us something
I do think it's cute for, like, nanny and nana. It's like, yeah.
So, but it's just like, I never really, like, last year was, like, the only proper year I had Valentine's Day, but then, like, it's just, like, every other year is just the same to me. But it's just, I feel like you shouldn't, specify a day just to show someone you appreciate them in a way, right? You don't appreciate anybody else, but, like, it's just, I feel like you should appreciate that person every day instead of just one specific day. Like, what Tasha said on it.
And going back to, like, what you're saying, I feel like that's kind of become true for, like, a lot of holidays now because of social media. Like, in the sense of, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but, like, even with, like, Christmas or Halloween, even the Wally, like, where it's, like, people go so above and beyond for things now where it's, like, like these you know what I mean? Which is great. I love it. I'm not, like, complaining about it, but it's, like, I really do think because of social media, and I was like, if you don't do something as cool as, like, someone else that, like, posts on social media or whatever, it's like, oh my god, wait, no, like, this is not cool though, or like, no, we have to do it, like, this way because everybody's been, like, doing this way, or like whatever, you know what I mean? So I think Valentine's Day has also become like that.
You know what's so funny when you said that? All I'm thinking is about like every kid on their Snapchats on the Wally posting fireworks. Like if you're not doing fireworks, you're not doing
If you're not eating all the mithai, you're getting
but it's like at the end of the day, what is it really about? You know what I mean? Okay, anyways, back to the Valentine's Day thing. I'm just
I was about to start talking about Thanksgiving.
No, it's like all these holidays that we have. It's like what is the real meaning of it, right?
Exactly.
At one time, it might have been simple as like, oh yeah, like let's just celebrate affection and love, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, like what are we really celebrating? We're trying to go all out and like outdo everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
having to prove that you're the power couple of the year
Yeah,
on
exactly,
social media.
yeah.
And that's another thing, right? That a lot of kids, especially, I feel like we need to understand that
The
everything.
18-year-olds, we're talking about y'all.
Yeah, like especially young love teenagers and stuff in your high school years.
Yeah.
Everything you see on social media is 100% not real.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Like they just had a fight 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. And I think we can relate with some of our
Yeah.
own friends
I
too,
feel
where it's
like
like,
I feel like youth should keep their relationships as quiet as possible because I feel like social media can make and break that.
oh,
Like,
100%.
Make and break the
I've seen so
relationship.
many times where you'd see like some people that you thought you're close to, whatever, and
Yeah,
they're like
yeah.
posting, you're like, wow, like that's so cool. They're going on
Yeah.
these trips, they're doing this
Yeah,
together,
yeah,
they're getting these gifts for each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like I could totally see them like go the longevity of their relationship,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because they seem
Of
to be
course.
like doing all these things together. They're good, they're solid.
Yeah.
And then when it comes down to it, you find out behind closed
Yeah.
doors,
Yeah.
there was some really
Something,
messed up stuff going on, right?
Yeah.
And the gifts and the trips and everything, it was just
to
a
make up
cover.
for it,
Yep.
or just cover. I do want to say that I feel like that goes for majority of it. There are however there are like those couples that are healthy and are strong, and that there are guys out there that really will do those things for you just because they really want to do so, or girls
Yeah.
will do
Thank you
those
for
things.
mentioning that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
girls will want to do those things for their man because like they just have a good, healthy, functioning, dynamic relationship. Those do exist.
Yes.
So like, I don't want like the viewers to think that like we think that all relationships are blah, blah,
100%.
blah. No, 100%. We are also aware that we're not hating on anybody. Like, like there are amazing relationships out there like that. There are amazing people out there like that who are in relationships together. So those do very much exist. I think we're just talking about like the majority of.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to be devil's advocate again, but do you think Valentine's Day is more geared towards women than men, or men than women?
I do think it's like weird how it's kind of society has perceived it to be. Okay, and this is so interesting because I'm taking a gender psychology class, but I do think it's just kind of like, okay, why is it that the man in the relationship, right, is the one who has to like provide and like and show his love or affection like to such extents on that day, and the girl is, and I don't know, because I get it. People are like, well, they think that biologically and psychologically it's like there's a reason why the dynamic works in a relationship where the man is like the provider, the protector, the blah 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 blah, and the woman is supposed to be a bit more like submissive and in their receiving energy and whatever. So I get that, right? I get that, but it's just kind of like, okay, well, if you're gonna do something for me, let me also, like, I also want to do something for you. It's not about like you're the man. No, I'm like the woman of the relationship. I'm supposed to just sit back and let you provide for me. Like, but I also want to do the same for you. So like, let me do that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That also doesn't mean that I'm like, I don't know how to be a woman, right? And also, sorry, this goes so much deeper. What is defined? Like, who made that up then? Like, who sat there and wrote like, okay, to be a woman, you need to be A, B, C, D, and a man needs to be A, B, C, D. Like, at the end of the day, we're all like human. So if I want to receive things, but then if I also want to give it to you, that doesn't mean that I don't know how to be in my feminine energy. That doesn't mean that like you can't also provide for me. You can provide for me, but I can also provide for you too. Like, you don't need to like also like you don't need to like give me all these things. Like, you know, okay, anyways, it just goes into a whole deeper like conversation. But
no, honestly, I totally agree with you. Where it's like I personally am more of like I want everything neutral. Like whatever you give to me, I give to you, right?
Yeah.
And not that it's a competition that we have to like keep going back and forth, but it's just a matter of just like okay, no, I want things to be equal here.
But
I don't want
back
you to
and
feel
forth.
like I don't want you to feel that you have this burden of like having to please me, or like you have to do something for me, versus, and I have to always like be like, oh no, I have to do this for you. I have to like it shouldn't be like that. There should be like okay, like I did this for you. Okay, cool, thanks. Great,
but and you do it because you love them.
Exactly, and that's also leads me into my next thing. Should Valentine's Day be a thing? Like, should we not be celebrating the people we love every day?
because I feel like if you say like, oh, like should there not be Valentine's Day, I think then it just kind of is like, well then should there not be Mother's Day? Should there not be Father's Day? Like is there a day? Like does that make sense? Like, okay, like yeah, it makes sense of like there are specific days, even though like again it's like you should always be like, you know, overall generally kind to your mom or like whatever, and like, you know, getting them stuff whenever you want. Like again, it goes to the same thing. It shouldn't be just on that day that you're showing your mom love or making her breakfast. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Does that make sense? So I think it's kind of in the sense of like, I don't think it should maybe like go away, because then it just like beats the purpose of like, well, there's so many other like holidays. Like there's actually like Grandma Day and like Grandpa Day. It's just like not as known or whatever, but it's out there. It's in the calendar. So
there's a day for everything, to be honest.
Yeah, so there's a day for everything. There's National Boyfriend and Girlfriend Day now too.
Yeah, I don't understand.
So, I don't understand that either.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there's
This is the first time I'm hearing that.
Huh? National Boyfriend Day, National Girlfriend Day.
It's there.
Actually, I lied. No, social media.
Like,
No, this is not on the calendar. No, this is not on the calendar. But like social, it's like a social media. Actually, no, because if you no, if you look it up on Google, like if you write,
it's an actual day.
It's an actual day. It's on Google. It's an actual. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that's a whole other conversation. But I think then it's just kind of like, well, then why do we have these days and that days and Mother's Day and Father's Day and all that type of stuff?
Okay.
So
don't cancel Valentine's Day.
So yeah, I would say okay, then that doesn't like make sense, because then that could be people's arguments,
that's
right?
True. Yeah.
So I guess it's not more so of like canceling. It's just like calm it down. You know, just relax. Like just my opinion.
Yeah.
But you do you.
No, absolutely. At the end of the day, we're just saying all this, but at the end of the day, it's you do you, boo.
Yeah.
What about you, Shawny?
It's like mostly, you shouldn't really cancel it, but I feel like it shouldn't be as overblown as it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So
$50 roses? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be overblown as it is, because you know what? It's just like a day. It's like a private day, like for you and your special person. You don't need to like overblow it everywhere, you know?
But literally, like I was telling like this person where I was like, do not get me. Like I was like, please, if you want to get me stuff, I do not want you spend, like that doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Like I like vocalize that of like, I don't need it for you to like get me flowers on that day. Get it like 50% off.
Yeah.
The next day.
Like a week
please. Like I don't like that.
Save that money and you could go out for 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, do you guys follow people on Instagram where it's like for Valentine's Day, like the person like where it's like the man whatever will like go all out of like the hotel room, but it's like the roses and it's like the gifts whatever, and this is just a Valentine's Day and you're like, huh? Okay. Again, you do you.
Yeah, like I love that too, but for me, I think personally, it's like it should be an everyday thing, right? If you love someone, you should show them every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also maybe I think we have like similar perspectives on, I think overall in like relationships, we're not the types that are like, we want extravagant gifts and we want like, does that make sense?
Quality
we're kind of like more simple. Like we also don't want like, just like create like, not crazy, but like extravagant. So I think maybe that's why our perspective is
that's
like
true too. Yeah. People that are extravagant be extravagant.
Quality
for sure. Yeah. Okay, so now, the romantic thing is definitely what Valentine's Day is about, but like how you briefly mentioned before, Valentine's Day has turned into this sort of Galentine's Day as well. So for those of you who are watching and don't know what Galentine's Day is, do one of you guys want to explain kind of the gist of it?
Yeah, well, Galentine's Day is basically like a day where it's like, you know, you get together with like your girlfriends, or it could just be, it's Galentine's Day, but I mean, it could go both ways. It could go both ways, or if anybody, whoever, it's just like a group, you and your friends, y'all are like, you guys kind of like, you know, have this whole like spread, like cute, like Valentine's Day spread. Like a lot of people, like usually they'll do like, you know, like kind of more breakfast stuff, like strawberries and like waffles and this and that. And it's kind of just like another reason or another like, you know, day that you can just kind of like have fun, have some drinks, have some good food with like your girls or your guys or whoever, and just kind of to like feel the love. Like that's just kind of like what it's about. Let's celebrate each other. But I don't know the actual like historical I don't know the actual thing behind this, but I do think it was just kind of more so it kind of started with like, oh, if you're not in a relationship, then you can kind of do Galentine's Day. But I do think that even if you are in a relationship or you do have a Valentine's like romantically, like you should still
do Galentine's.
You should still do Galentine's.
Your girls
Day.
are still there.
Yeah,
guys,
you still do Galentine's.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think my personal message for today is like, if you love someone in your life, this could be your friends, your family, your significant other, a mentor, whoever in your circle, who you appreciate and are grateful for. You should be appreciative and grateful for them every day, right? And even if it is Valentine's Day and you want to celebrate on Valentine's Day, you can celebrate it with anyone of your choosing. Anybody in your circle who you appreciate and feel grateful for. So I think it shouldn't be limited to like just the one, like, oh, this one person or whatever the situation is.
And don't let social media make you feel bad that you don't have a Valentine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like it's like very like it's easier said than done. But like just like don't let social media make you feel like, or even if you had this happens a lot too, where it's like, say you do have a significant other, or you have a Valentine's, like romantic Valentine's Day for that day, whatever, but like they didn't do as much, whatever, and then you go on social media and then now you're like, oh my god, but like they didn't get me this, like they didn't do this for me, like blah blah blah. Do they not like me enough? Do they not love me enough as this other person who's, you know, like showing their love and affection in this way or whatever? So just if you are in a romantic like relationship or whatever, or even if you have a Valentine's Day, like just know like everybody's relationship is different, everybody's dynamic is different. So just because it's physically and visually not shown to you in that way does not mean that your person like loves you any less.
No, and that's a very important message, I think, and piece of advice that you also gave as well, whether it's like related to Valentine's Day or just like in general, is like you don't compare yourselves to others. Just always worry about like kind of yourself, I guess. And I think especially as like younger people, especially even younger, like in your high school years and stuff like that, it could really be a lot because you're always like having to fight for like compete against like other people. You always feel like you have to do better than other people, and just always having to compare like, oh, this person has this and this person has that, so I need this, right? And just being in that mindset where it's like you're just comparing yourself constantly to others, especially at such a young age. Like we're just like naturally like built to like always have to compare ourselves to each other, and I guess it doesn't help too when other people also make you like, say for example like parents, who are just like, oh, why aren't you doing this, or like overall, the gist of it is that you shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people, whether it's your romantic relationships, whether it's like your career, whether it's like just your personal life. Everyone, like nobody knows what actually happens behind closed doors kind of thing. And I think,
and just to like wrap it up of like, I guess if you can kind of think of it this way, like if we didn't have social media, you wouldn't know what was going on in other people's lives. Like exactly. That. Like you just wouldn't know. So you wouldn't be affected, but like you'd be so focused on, okay, this is my life, whatever's like you'd be, I feel like people would just be so much more grateful for the stuff that other people do for them or that happens in their life or how their life is going. Had like, you know, if you're not constantly seeing other people have it better than you on social media.
And absolutely, you know. Anyways, we had quite a vigorous discussion about this Valentine's Day. But at the end of the day, we do hope from our team to yours that you do enjoy celebrating the people you love, whether it's on Valentine's Day or every day, to celebrate the people you love, whether it's your friends, your family, your mentors, your parents, anything. But with that being said, you can catch us every week on Thursdays and Sundays on the Shaw Multicultural channel. Be sure to stay tuned as we have a lot more coming for you. But with that being said, we'll see you all next week.
Thank you, Shannon. We have some announcements that you may be interested in participating in, so have your pens and papers ready. The countdown to the annual March 3rd to 5th, 2023 Rugby Sevens. There will be 60,000 fans, 352 players, and 28 teams and countries for this 3-day event on an epic weekend in BC. Reserve your tickets by going to tickets@canadasevens.com. Canadian Empowered Women of Fiji Foundation presents a fundraising event for the Canadian Heart and Stroke Foundation for Canada. For Valentine's Day dinner and dance, which is taking place on February 11th at the Cunna Banquet Hall at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are only $40 per person, and for more tickets and information, call 604-825-8261 or 604-831-0240. Sadly, we ran out of time for today's show, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I love bringing it to you. If you missed our show today, you can always watch it on Sundays at 4:30 p.m. in BC and 5:30 in Alberta time. No show is complete without our support from our sponsors, so if you can And if you would like to, please help support the youth and show and talk to Camila at 604-537-5123 for all inquiries about sponsorship. Please don't forget to watch Viti Vibes and Fijian Focus on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Please don't forget to watch Fijian Focus on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. and Thursdays at 2:30 p.m. and Sundays at 4 p.m. Asian Pulse on Wednesdays at 2:30 and Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. as well. And the Camila Singh Talk Show on Mondays at 10 a.m. and the repeat on Sundays at 5:30. All our shows are uploaded to YouTube channel, so please watch them and like and definitely please share. Before I go, I'll leave you guys with these thoughts. If you don't get satisfied and give the best version of yourself, you can achieve a lot. That's the direction we want you to go. The author is unknown. With that, have a wonderful weekend, and thank you guys for spending your part of the day with us. It's Pranay Sharma, and I'm signing off.
I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005. Bollywood Banquet Hall and Conference Center, located at Pile Business Center at 201-8166 128th Street in Surrey. No celebration is too small to accommodate you. They have newly renovated 2 halls to serve you, up to 1,000 guest capacity, top-notch chefs to delight you with delectable and heavenly cuisine. So just call Bollywood Banquet Hall at 604-598-2700 for your events.
Benisi Mobile Detailing Services. They offer commercial trucks, cars, SUV, boats, bikes, RVs, and much more. Just give them a call at 778-808-2859 and they will do all kind of services at your home.